Security teams are drowning in alerts. Every suspicious login, process, or DNS lookup fires another ticket, and analysts spend most of their time querying Splunk, correlating events, and writing reports instead of actually stopping threats. SentraX is an autonomous SOC copilot for Splunk. It investigates alerts automatically, explains what happened in plain English, scores severity with full transparency, and proposes response actions while keeping the analyst in control. This is the target environment SentraX is built for, a real Windows endpoint in a security operations workflow. Sysmon captures process creation, network connections, and DNS lookups. Windows event logs record logins, privilege changes, and new processes. The Splunk Universal Forwarder ships all of that to Splunk Enterprise over port 9997 within about 30 seconds. This isn't simulated telemetry, it's the same data a SOC analyst would investigate during a real incident. Here's how the whole system fits together. On the left, the Windows endpoint, sysmon plus event logs, collected by the universal forwarder into Splunk indexes like Windows logs, plus SentraX own indexes, incident memory for past cases, and Sentinel feedback for analyst labels. In Splunk, saved searches watch for suspicious patterns, PowerShell spawning, risky DNS lookups, anonymous logins. When a rule fires, Splunk spends us web. When a rule fires, Splunk sends a webhook to our fast API backend at port 8001. On the right, you can see the React frontend streams pipeline progress in real time and gives analysts four waves: summary, playbook, drill down, and raw data, plus threat hunt and a calibration dashboard. The backend runs a 9-node LangGraph pipeline. Nodes 1 through 4 are fully deterministic, ingest the alert, fire SPL investigation queries, score severity score to 0 to 9 with a rule engine, and look up similar incidents from memory. Nodes 5, 7, and 8 call Grok's Llama model, but only for language, draft a summary, critique it against counter evidence, and write one-line rationales for playbook actions. The AI never writes SPL, never picks tools, and never sets the score. Three tiers: endpoint telemetry, Splunk as the SIEM brain, SentraX as the autonomous co-pilot on top. Inside Splunk, we can see the raw telemetry landing in Windows logs, process events, DNS lookups, login activity. SentraX adds its own indexes, incident memory, stores every investigated case, Sentinel feedback, stores analyst dispositions for calibration. We also upload a threat intelligence lookup table that feeds into IP scoring. The connection point is here, a saved search alert. When Splunk detects something suspicious, it doesn't just email someone, it posts to SentraX webhook and starts the full investigation automatically. Back in SentraX, the alert appears instantly. The left panel shows every incident sorted by severity with live pipelines progress. You are watching all 9 nodes execute in real time over SSE. SentraX identified the entity, user IP, or host and fired the right SPL templates, login history, geolocation, privilege escalation, DNS, threat intel, depending on what the alert contained. Here's where AI enters responsibly. SentraX uses Grok's Llama model only for natural language, turning SPL results into a clear summary with recommended precautions. The summary tab is AI generated, what happened, why it's suspicious, and specific precautions. But the severity score underneath is pure rules. Click it, and every contributing factor is listed, no black box. Similar past incidents from memory give instant context. The playbook proposes ranked response actions, isolate host, reset password, block IP, each with a one sentence AI rational. Nothing runs automatically. The analyst approves or rejects every action and labels the case. AI proposes, the human decides. Drill down chat answers analyst questions in plain English, grounded in the investigation. Raw data shows the underlying SPL tables, full transparency. Threat and investigates any entity proactively catching near misses below the alert threshold. You can see the hunt summary, severity score, and all the raw investigation findings. Calibration tracks true versus false positive rates over time so teams can trust the scores without retraining models. Centralized live Windows telemetry, Splunk native investigation, responsible AI summaries, and analysts always in control. That's the full stack from endpoint to resolution. SentraX turns alert floods into actionable intelligence, automated Splunk investigation, transparent scoring, AI summaries with precautions, ranked playbooks, and analyst feedback that makes the system accountable over time. Less time querying, faster triage, better decisions. That's SentraX.